Okay, we made it. The last phase, and this pretty much encompasses all of the difficult pieces all in one problem. So we're going to see multiple things going on here. The first thing you need to know is that it is still not in the correct format, so we need to put that in the correct format. So we are going to start by moving the -5 to the right and making it positive. Do you notice the coefficient here in the A position? Yeah, me too. So we need to divide that out. See, that was a phase 2 thing, but when we divide this one out, ew, you see where I'm going, don't you? You've got a fraction here that is not pretty. You've got a fraction here that's not pretty. The only one that kind of looks the way it needs to is this one, and that's n squared minus 3 over 2n equals 5 over 2. And what we need to do is we need to complete the square. Even with these fractions, you can. So I need you to stay with me because this is where the hard part is. This is where the piece is that's confusing. So when we typically complete the square, we take the b term and we divide it by 2. This already has a denominator. So when we divide by 2, we really multiply by a half. The 2 goes in the denominator. So for this one, it would be -3 over 2. That's our b term. And because we are dividing by 2 or multiplying by a half, we have to go ahead and calculate that. So half of -3 over 2 is -3 over 4. Okay? So this is what is going to go in the factor when we complete our square. That one. So we are going to take that now. You guys are going to love this. We have to square that. Negative times a negative is a positive. 3 times 3 is 9. And 4 times 4 is 16. So this squared is going to give us positive 9/16. And we've got to do that on both sides of equals. All right, fractions flinging everywhere. So this is now ready to complete the square. So I have one big parenthesis. I have n, and then I'm going to use this. This is what half of my b is, and that's what we've used all along. So that part shouldn't be confusing. Just make sure when you take half of a fraction, you're multiplying by a half. So you do top times top and bottom times bottom. That's how you get that. But on this side, I need a common denominator, and I need to combine those fractions. So common denominator for 2 and 16 is 16. I'm going to take my 2 and multiply by 8, top and bottom. That's going to give me a 16 on the bottom. And 5 times 8 is 40. So this is going to turn into 40/16 plus 9/16. Well, 40/16 plus 9/16 is 49/16. This is actually going to turn out to be quite pretty at the end. It's just a little funky in the middle as far as like the fraction pieces go. So now that we have completed the square, we got to go into square root mode, and we are going to square root both sides to get the n by itself. Don't forget the plus or minus. We're going to bring that n minus 3/4 down. We have plus or minus. Now check this out. Can I take the square root of 49? Yep, that's 7. Whole number 7. Can I take the square root of 16? Yep, that's whole number 4. So this big square root can really be rewritten in simplest form as 7/4. Now I don't have a square root, I do have common denominators. I need to rewrite this as two equations because this has an answer. So I need the positive 7/4 and I'm going to need a negative 7/4 as part of my solution from the plus and minus. I'm going to add 3/4 this way. And 7/4 and 3/4 is 10/4. And you can reduce that to 5/2. I'm going to add 3/4 this way. I'm going to get n equals negative 7 plus 3 is negative 4/4. And that reduces to negative 1. So my final solution to this messy, messy mess is 5/2 and negative 1. Those are the places where this quadratic crosses the x-axis. This is really 2.5 and negative 1. And that's how you complete the square with fractions in it.